So as I was walking or looking for that thing that my king wants, you know, is to find to find that what you call this, to find a thing that can be used, or a texture, a structure, an structure to make a pattern as an asphalt. Asphalt is what we were looking for. Why I was always with you in this, and why um uh, I learned to play the game Asphalt. As I just know that you know this is I've been trying to come up with, or to work with, or to burn in spirit until it becomes flesh, because tzaphnel cannot walk in a road. He cannot walk in anything like that. He just float. He float. He float. Why? Because his feet is made of glass. His feet is made of glass. That even if he has body, he is immortal. More than that, and he just float. You know, he cannot stand into things non-gravity, and this is why I was looking for a way, because they wanted to walk on the ground. They wanted to walk on the ground. The reason why he too received the body is because he just like a balloon. Wherever the wind takes him, is just there. Wherever he's that. You know. So that's why that in heaven before, when it's time for the spirit to replenish, they usually go inside of the tinker bell that we made. The tinker bell we made is like a bell, and it's like a bell, and it is always like with ash, with smoke in it, because that's how we take care our spirits back. When it's time for the spirits to replenish, we take them back through by pushing them inside of it's like a jar. A jar is a very, very big that can get like 5 to 8 spirits inside it. And then inside that, their brain is taken to any places that wherever the wind takes them, it's there. Why? For them to gain what they needed to, like learning what power is in the world that they can use to make them. There's none of that in the world now, because it's all back to what it was before time. My in the my father's that cater. I'll just say that cater. So this is to why I made Adam is to put the I make you a I made a post that I've kept, instead of those times when I was a glass. I have my very own place. I keep my chest divisions like a body. It's the same as when I made even the Adam. They have cut and by their belly for me to make divisions in Eve and the spirit. The spirit and the Eve. There's a division in Adam and Eve. Adam comes out from Eve, or Eve comes out from Adam, and there was division inside them. I've cut them by the belly. I've got them by the belly, and I will tell you when I get around to it, because right now that's all was written. Was written for me to say, and this is what I gain from the Spirit, and this is what I write down in my lecture today, and what I lecture to the children's today, to children's of heavens, and then this is what I've been burning, the asphalt, because our King cannot walk in the ground, you know. Gabriel, Gabriel can turn into the. Do you know when Gabriel come here? He passed in. He always passed by the. There's a place that they go that they can put something into their feet, like a metal. They put metal into their feet for them to at least like levitate on the ground on an inch, because if they don't have iron on their foot by the heel, they will just flow back. They will just flow back. And this is why now they are floating like 7 inch from the ground, and tzaphnel is still up. He can't. Asphalt is what I've been looking for the children to learn to walk on the ground, because they don't know how to walk on the ground. They don't know how to walk on the ground, because in heaven they walk. They walk like as if they're always carried by the wind. Cloud. Wind is cloud. They are always carried through it. And they're just sitting in there, like sometimes you could see them with their hands on their face, and they will just keep watching you, just like now. I have little cherubim here right now, and then it's just her foot is on. She's laying on her belly, and then her foot is on standing. Her heel is on the, like when you are laying your belly, and then you put your toes up, and then you play with your feet. That's what my children doing right now, the cherubim. And then her hand is on her face, just watching me, just watching me. And then she have a hair of looks like just walk up, because it's time of heavenly to wake up, to get ready, to prepare for to receive the blessing at every 2:30. They have blessing at every 2:30. And then soon as he hear me talk about asphalt, he wonder what is it, and then it shows on my head what it is. And then they see it's what they use to make clay. That is what we used before time to make buildings, to make homes in the ancient. We used clay, mud clay, the what they use in pottery. But now the pottery is not really it's not really a clay, because it's mixed up with something. The mud I'm talking about is those who are building like ancient houses in YT. They go into the rivers in the forest, and then they get mud from that small water that they found, because this is where mud is. And then they take that, and then they make houses, that primitive building like that. They are here in YT, in here in the seas. You call the sites YouTube, YouTube. And that is what asphalt to me. Asphalt is a clay that from MUD, a mud, because you were like this. It's color ash, and that's the only ground tzaphnel can touch too, because that is made of the ground, But those who mixed with cement, no, he does not want it. He want the natural, He want the natural mod, which is now they are seeing what they needed to they are what they are needed to stand on the ground, because right now they are placing by the they have ground already by the top of the oceans, by the um uh, 30 feet from the sea levels. There is already a ground that they make this like a runway. It's like a runway that they make already, which is I can and then they are placing this asphalt, and this is why they are levitating a bit from it now. They are levitating a bit from it now, and it's like an inch. They're levitating from the ground, which is and angels don't like this mixed up things of the world, because it is Edom, like houses, cement, walls. No, they are the walls that are not yet with paint. Um, uh, depending, depending, he can go through to that on the wall, but it's depend on the day and the time and the hour. And there's a reason why they don't like the color like ash, like the ash, like we call it abu, but we call it ash. The ash is a symbol of the ghost. Ash is a symbol of the ghost, that they don't want to touch that, because your cement is that ghost. You know, the cement of the world is ghost. The cement of the earth is ghost. Why the lords don't like it? Because it's been touched by the earthly, and it's been mocked already. That is why tzaphnel wants the purest of the pure. That take from the river, from the pure mud, the color red one. Like in Macintosh, you see that there is like a rock, and then there's like a red color in it. I'll put in the thumbnail. So we have found already what Nel wanted. He wanted a ground, as an asphalt ground, for him to learn to walk onto it, because he wants to hold my hand while he walk. At the time of my JSUS, it wasn't him. It was still I in there, when I was what you called alstick, that walks on the ground and turn into a bird of phoenix for me to regain more. Until this end, for me to know what is it really the tzaphnel want to, or what I need for the kings to learn to walk on the ground, because thy gods is only flutes, while we what you call it, while we harvest the fruit. They're always in the top of the trees. So nalaragala isagra iya kararami.